Hey, what's going on, guys? Reseller Tom here. Today we're talking about how to make sell similar work. The best case scenario if you were to sell similar. Now, I am overall against sell similar because it's basically putting a can on the shelf and taking the can off. Yes, it does repopulate your listings. Yes, it gets your listings back on top, and you have the opportunity for it to get snagged on highly competitive products, which can be worth it for you. However, there are drawbacks such as aged markdown strategies where if something sits for a long period of time, depending on how long it's been around for, you can mark it down. So for instance, if an item's been sitting around for 30 days, you can mark it down 20, then you can automate it to when it is 60 days or older, marks it down maybe 50%, and then you can automate it to where if it's 6 months or older, it gets marked down to 50 or 75%, which is a very good strategy to really automate that markdown process. Also, people have date-based inventory systems where they go on date. So if you were to sell similar, it would be counted as a brand new item. It'd be harder to do that strategy with the date-based inventory system. If you have a SKU system, you could sell similar because the SKU system does get saved when you sell similar. And sell similar absolutely works, but I wouldn't do it every single day. I wouldn't do it every other day. Honestly, if I were to do it, I would just do it once or twice a month. And I actually experimented with it, was trying to prove my thesis wrong. And to be honest, it worked really well. I knew it would work because what it does is it becomes a brand new listing. So all of my high tier items are going to be relisted at the very top of the search results. And so the items that sold for me when I sold similar on my entire store were my highest tier items. A lot of my very low tier items did not sell. Maybe some of them did, but it was mainly my highest tier items. So if you have very in demand items and you sell similar, yes, it works very well actually. I have a $610 day, which is actually my best day ever. I sold similar 5 days ago. So my best day came 5 days after selling similar. There are other things that I implemented in my store. Like I started out a 20% coupon for the last 2 months. I had my biggest month ever on a 20% coupon. At the end of this month, which is June 23rd, maybe 2 days ago or 3 days ago, I had that store-wide coupon from 20% to 25%. I immediately noticed more like random sales, just like out of nowhere random sales. When I woke up this morning, I woke up to 16 sales with my 25% coupon. Now, is it the coupon or is it the sell similar? I think it's absolutely both. So if you were to sell similar, this is what I would do, and this is what I did, and I have my biggest day ever 4 days after selling similar. So what I did initially was I went into all my listings. I made sure each title was SEO friendly. So if you don't know what that is, go on my eBay, not my eBay store, my YouTube channel, and I have a SEO. I have a bunch of videos on SEO and how to structure your titles. I have List with me where I really go over how to structure titles as well. Make sure you go in and before you sell similar, make sure you go in first and really make sure all your titles are SEO friendly. That's the most important thing because you could just sell similar on a really bad listing and it's not going to sell. If you're going to sell similar, make sure you sell similar on a fully optimized high tier item with a high sell-through rate, right? So those are really the items that you want to have in your store. First of all, you need to make sure it's optimized where it's going to linger at the top of the search results, even if it's 30 days from when you originally listed it. So what I did is I went into all of my 2,500 listings and I stayed up very late. Instead of watching Netflix, I just stayed up late and I really made sure all my titles were as perfect as they possibly could be. And if my titles were already very good, what I would do is just switch some keywords or add some keywords, but I made sure all the titles were about 75 characters or more, like 80 max. But make sure you really fill out your titles. Make sure all your item specifics are perfect. Make sure everything is fully optimized before you sell similar. And then what you can do once everything that you want to sell similar on is optimized, then you can do the sell similar. On that first day, you will see a bump in sales, but what happens is now they're going to populate at the top for I mean, it's been 4 days, and each day from when I did it, when I did the title structure and made little tweaks to certain items, 4 days later, I've had my biggest sales day, and it's been up every single day. Now, it's going to come to a point where it's obviously going to come back down, and maybe I could sell similar and do that same thing again, where I go back into the titles and just switch some keywords, switch some things around, and see how it works. But I think that is a good strategy if you were to sell similar. If I were to just sell similar again on the listings that aren't tweaked or aren't changed at all, I don't think I would have the same success. I think there's a lot that you have to do with sell similar for it to work as best as it possibly can. And I always knew sell similar worked because I used to do it almost every day. But then it got to a point where my sales actually went way down. I don't know why, but I think I was abusing it and doing it too much. So I'm just going to do it once this month, and then when I go on vacation, I'm going to do it again right in the beginning of the vacation. I'm going to sell similar, and I'm going to change all my items to like 12-day handling time. So I definitely know my store is going to slow way down because I'm going to be on vacation, but I'm not doing time away. I'm just going to adjust the handling time, and I'm going to sell similar right before the vacation, and then that way I it'll lose all the watchers, so then I can change everything to 14-day handling time, because when I tried it before, I couldn't change the handling time on every single item because there's watchers on it. So what I'm going to do when I go on vacation is sell similar on everything, change the handling time to 14, and then basically when I come back home, I'm going to probably sell similar again and readjust it to same day shipping. So that's kind of my strategy. But yeah, I was wrong about sell similar in the fact where I said there's no benefit at all. There's definitely some benefit. And I did say it does work, but to a point. And I still believe that you should be changing your titles. I still believe that you should be doing tweaks to your items. Like you could do like just tweaks on your titles and your store will explode. So like making little changes to your title, I would rather do that than just sell similar on like the same old basic title. So sell similar works, but it doesn't work as good as making adjustments to the title or the overall listing to improve it. If the title is perfect, everything is perfect, maybe switch some keywords, just switch something around, and then you could sell similar, or you don't have to sell similar. It's still going to increase the search results. So hopefully you guys understand where I'm coming from. I want to be fully transparent because I have had my biggest sales day ever, and I was trying to prove myself wrong with the sell similar, and it was a big success actually. And I have one of my biggest days ever. And there could be other outside factors involved with this, but I'm only going to do it once this month. I'm not going to do it again because it's going really good right now, and I don't want to mess up the momentum. I think when I used to sell similar, I did it too frequently, and then what happened was like I had really bad weeks upon weeks. So I don't know yet. It could be long term really bad, or it could be good. So I know I'm going to get some hate, but let me know what you guys think about this. And yeah, just experimenting here. I was trying to prove myself wrong by selling similar, and it actually caused one of my biggest sales days ever, 4 days after. But it wasn't just a sell similar, it was making a bunch of tweaks to the listings, which obviously that by itself would cause a huge sales day or a sales week. On top of that, I sold similar on those upgraded listings. And now I'm just going to wait until I'm on vacation, and I might do it again only because I need to make sure all my listings have 14-day business handling time, or I'm going to get big defects. So let me know what you guys think. I'm open to criticism. I'm open to feedback. I'm open to everything. So with that being said, we'll see you guys very soon. Peace.